They said that the roads in Finland will be boring and straight. They said that Norway and Sweden are better destinations to travel. But Koilliskaira, the northeast wilderness area in Lapland, proved them all wrong. Join one of my favorite days of riding of this whole journey through endless forests and one of the last wild places in Europe. Explore the roads of the Trans Euro Trail in Finland.
We are off now, it's early in the morning, because today we are driving the first time off-road. We're going to the TET, the Trans Euro Trail of Finland today. And the first thing that we have to do is finding a gas station, because there are of course no petrol stations on the way on the TET. And then we hit gravel. Here it is, the last gas station before nowhere.
And we had our favorite gas station breakfast like usual. Well fed and our tanks full with petrol, we were taking off to our first off-road adventure of this journey.
That's a little disappointment. It looks like the road to the TET is closed. And we're wondering if we should just take it down because it's not really proper and you probably could drive by, or if that's trespassing. And so we will wait and decide in a few minutes. So we just got the information from our Finnish friend that this is for reindeer, so we should just take it down and close it after us, and then everything is all right.
Then we were really off to the first off-road adventure of this journey. The roads were perfect, but soon I realized that there are some serious dangers when riding off-road in Lapland.
I nearly crashed with a reindeer.
Huh?
I nearly crashed with a reindeer.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have to go more slow.
I think it's left.
It's right.
Is it?
Yeah.
The Trans Euro Trail, in short TET, covers a road network of 51,000 kilometers of dirt roads through some of Europe's most remote, diverse and challenging landscapes. Thanks to a team of enthusiastic volunteers and the so-called linesmen who scouted roads in 30 countries, the route of the Trans Euro Trail is downloadable for free on their website. If you follow their route like we do, don't forget to donate your first tank of fuel to them so they can keep this project alive and maintained. And yes, I was just grateful for this amazing route through the Finnish wilderness. Oh my god, see those reindeers. They just love to walk on the roads. I don't know, maybe the roads are easier for them to walk too. I mean, I'm as well not driving through the forest. For a short stretch, the TET Finland follows a paved road along the Lokka Reservoire. It's one of the largest reservoirs in the European Union and was created by damming and flooding at the end of the 1960s. Small villages also ended up underwater. Many families still bear the emotional scars of having to leave their homes forever to make way for hydropower. Yes, there are indeed a lot of forests in Finland, but I love the roads here. I find it somehow calming and nearly a bit meditative. It's really one of my favorite days of riding so far in this whole trip. We're all alone, we don't meet anyone. It's just awesome. Actually, we were not alone. I could enjoy my new favorite hobbies: stalking reindeers. Gut, 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 gut. And hanging out at stone fields and under dead trees. We arrived at a place nestled into the forests. At Kai River, the Kairjoki Wilderness Center. Kairjoki has a campsite, cabins and a cafe. But we stopped here not to stay, but to meet my friend Janni, who already gave us a lot of route suggestions for Norway and now was about to show us a bit of Finland.
And now we met someone, our guide for now, Janni. And he's driving a Tenere too, like mine, but it looks very dirty. And Janni is gonna guide us up Niekka mountain?
Yep.
Niekka mountain. And we hope I can do it with a big boat.
You'll be fine.
But before going to Niekka mountain, we already started our tour at the cabins of Kairjoki. They are typical for the area, and the main building is an old lumberjack cabin from the 40s.
These cabins, and this used to have like beds all around. And this end was for the worker people, and that one end was for the, you know, the management.
So now we're heading to Niekka mountain, and Janni and my travel partner, they are real gentlemen. Because the roads here are pretty dusty, so if you ride second, you either have to keep a huge distance or otherwise you get covered completely in dust. And I have to admit, I still don't feel 100% confident with this big bike off-road. It's doing pretty well and I like it, but it's not mine and I really don't want to break it. And then a little navigation mistake happened and I had to turn around.
You wanna go first?
Yeah, I can go first and we can stop just before the last.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing.
I feel that this is the best spot to visit with the bike in whole central Lapland. On a clear day you can see until Russia from here.
Niekka mountain is maybe not that high compared to the Alps, but it's one of the highest places in Finland that is accessible on a gravel road. And it has an amazing view all the way to Russia.
Russia is over on that direction over there, which is east. And the most distant hilltops you can see are on the Russian border.
Of course, I would not be a real content creator if I would not love putting the motorcycle in a weird location to take some good shots and let the ones with the longest legs work hard for it. But I think it was worth all the effort. We're on the road again, and Janni is going to show us a few more areas, and you see how much distance I need to keep. It's so dusty. See, there is a tarmac road again, and I somehow as well feel like the environment changed a little bit.
The forests are changing when you come closer to the rivers and stuff.
Yeah.
That's because those areas are ancient craters. They've been hit by a meteorite.
Yeah. Ah, really?
Yeah, and all those areas, you can see some swamps even have a hills like this. And there's only spruces over there.
Ah, that's cool.
Our next destination was Vuotso, one of the only remaining villages with houses and buildings in the traditional Lappish style. But before we enjoyed the amazing views of the lakes of Kittinen.
We're in Kittinen now, and look at this unbelievable water behind me and the clouds mirroring in it. It looks unreal, doesn't it?
Vuotso's buildings are traditional for Lapland from the 1800s and early 1900s. Many buildings from all over Lapland were destroyed during the War of Lapland in summer 1945.
800 people were living in what we call the smoke houses. Fire pits, but no chimneys. Invented or brought up here in the Lapland in the early 1800s, so mid 1800s.
We made a last brief stop at Vuotso, which is popular for cross-country and alpine skiing in winter. And then we had to say goodbye and thank you to Janni, our guide for this amazing day of riding.
And Janni just made us the most amazing tours through basically Norway, now Finland, and we just had the best day of riding. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I guess in Corona times you do like this, right?
And we have to keep the distance. This is really awkward for the Finns to be so close together because we are usually like 2 meters from each other. So yeah, but it's been a fun day, fun roads, a bit dusty.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Did you enjoy the ride over the TET in Finland? The next episode will bring us back to the Arctic Circle, to the home of Santa Claus and to Sweden. Tune in next Thursday for the next part of the journey, subscribe to my channel and leave a thumbs up and a comment.